Well, hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Island Church Weekly Podcast. I am joined, as ever, by Pastor Will. How you doing today, man?
It's a good day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a great day to keep loving on people and trying to follow Jesus. It's
Got the
good.
boat out a little bit this weekend, I hear. Kind of tried to.
Yeah, I try to get the boat out. Saying I got out a couple days just for a little bit late in the afternoon on Sunday, and then some on late afternoon on Monday as well. So that
That
was
time of year
that was
was
good.
beautiful.
Got out and just some fresh air and nothing like that. When I get there, I typically I still think about the church and think about our
Yeah,
people because I care about them. That never
yeah,
comes off your mind, but when you're thinking about the next wave and where it's coming from and how do you turn
yeah.
the boat,
There's some
you
folks
stop
there.
thinking about other things. So
Yeah,
it's a good refresher for me.
good way to reset. Yeah, that's for sure. Well, how
It's
was
really
Sunday at Island Church?
Oh, it was another great day. There we had some more guests. We had some returning guests. We had our people. Of course, we're sad to see some of our people go, but I always love to see them come when they take off for the summer and they come back. But it was a good group, and we were continuing this series of the importance of our identity and what does that look like. And so I really believe that the message, hopefully, it hit people in different ways, right where they actually are. But a lot of good response from our people in regarding the message, and then, of course, as well, that our people just welcoming and greet one another. They make our guests feel welcome, and we just kind of love on each other. So it was a good day. So it was another good week for us.
Awesome, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. What's coming up in the life of the church that the folks need to know about?
Well, I mentioned on Sunday, but it was after, and people, if they were watching they were live, they heard it. But if they were watching the online version of the YouTube version of what we're doing, the service, they missed that our on Saturday afternoon, right before the 5 o'clock kind of deadline, we got our final plans for the building, and they will now be it will be bid out, and we will get back to a cost, and they won't be bidding to try to determine it yet, but they'll be costing it out, and then when we make sure everything's in good order in terms of all the zoning and all the coding and all the mainly coding, not the zoning, we're good on the zone. Then they will send them to the county, and we need about 45 days probably to get approval there. So we're going to be trying to get our nickels together. We're going to be trying to think about financing. We're going to be thinking about how do we move forward a timeline, or we got to move out of the building for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, because the first building they're going to work on is our existing building to pull it out to the front. And so we'll start work. Not quite there yet, but we're getting there. This is done now, and we're going to have electricity and water to all the water fountains. Not just put them up and not have electricity and all the stuff that you have to do to make all the guts of the
Yeah,
whole thing work. So
awesome.
that's what's up. That's what's up upcoming. And then you showed me just a while ago, and we're gonna do some branding on this kind of thing. And so maybe you'll share just a second about the Cove and what you've been working on behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
absolutely. So we've fully built out what we call a brand guide for the Cove now. So that's just how we talk about it internally, how we message it externally to the community, how it should look, right? So it's really important that it looks professional, that it looks like a place that's warm, that it looks like a place that's inviting. How do we want to kind of thread that needle, right? Of being both a place that's at a church, but then is also for the community. And so we've done a lot of work on that. It's about a 12-page guide that really just walks us through how are we going to talk about the Cove and how are we going to present ourselves to the community. And so that's really important because it kind of lays a vision for what this is going to be. Like it's a very practical outworking of what this place is going to be, this third place for the community. So excited about how that's kind of come together. I think we've kind of struck the right balance of both a place that's inviting, but also a place that's intentional. So really excited to get that into people's hands and get it out in the wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. People will be amazed, I think, when they get a chance to look at that. You and I just briefly went through it, and I've been involved in that process. And of course, you have the expertise in that, you and your team. And so it'll look good. They're not going to just like choose a font today, choose another
Yep,
font tomorrow,
yep,
choose a color.
yep.
The
It's
thing
not random at all. It's all working in unison, all super intentional to try to just give clarity to the community around what we're doing with the Cove. So yeah, really excited for that, man. Well, Pastor Will, what's the way folks can be praying for the church this week?
Well, we really would love to see. It's getting summertime, and I'm going to be in the process of a couple of things, looking at a couple of things. One is I'm be trying to find us an intern or two that can come. That's a younger person. Would like to still kick off and run some type of modified VBS, although it probably be in the evening, as early evening, as opposed to 5 days in a row, that type of thing. So we're still looking at that. But I think that we have some Baptist college ministries and some other ministries and college ministries of some of the schools around us. They may have someone, and then I've got some friends. So we're going to be looking at that. But if you know someone that is a young person that's late late in high school or in college, maybe even just recently out of college. That's the type of person we're looking to do that. So that's one thing that they can pray about for us. And then we still, I think I've mentioned it, we desperately need someone that will kind of run point, run a bit of, basically be a stack pole for the various young people that are coming. We're still having babies come. We're still, or, their parents are coming too. They're bringing their parents with them. That's a good thing. Infants. So we're having, some children and stuff. We want to see someone to kind of be in that particular role and lead a Bible study with that particular group, and just bring the fellowship together. So
Yeah.
those are a couple of matters
Yeah.
related to
Some great ways.
that people can get connected to. So pray about the children's thing. Pray about the basically we call it young adults, but really you're talking about some family units is really what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. Awesome. Well, Pastor Will, thank you so much for taking a minute to share updates on Island Church. Lots of exciting stuff happening. We'll see you all back here next week on the Island Church Weekly Podcast.